Wrestling Fanboy here, and I'm back with another video. And on this video right here, I'm about to predict Elimination Chamber 2026. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I believe there is 4 matches on the card. Yeah, it is. So we got 4 matches. Of course, 2 Elimination Chambers, and yeah, 2 other matches that happen to be for championships. So, you know, short card, but should be decent. You know, it's just a stop before we get to WrestleMania, like most of them be. So I don't really expect nothing, you know, too extravagant to happen. You know, they got their plans, and I really don't see anything disrupting those plans. With that being said, let's get into the first match. World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk takes on Finn Balor. So they already had this match in Ireland. Finn, you know, hometown, he kinda was turned into the babyface. Now they're in CM Punk's backyard. Now CM Punk won their first encounter, and I expect him to win the second because they already promoting CM Punk versus Roman as one of the biggest WrestleMania main events ever. They're not gonna miss this opportunity to have that match. I don't even think they're gonna, you know, corrupt the match. I'm not saying they are, but I don't feel like they're gonna put Finn Balor in that match because he's not, in my opinion. The Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan, you had to do that. Finn Balor, he's going to be a legend, you know, wrestling legend known all around. But in WWE, he doesn't move that needle like Daniel Bryan did during the Yes Movement, where we forced him. We pushed him into the main event. So Finn ain't getting that type of push. They're not even trying to give him that type of push because he's still doing heel stuff. It'll be different if it was like the Prince, Finn Balor. You know, that'll be different. But it's not even that Finn Balor. So, you know, that kinda works against Finn. So I got CM Punk retaining the championship and going to WrestleMania as the World Heavyweight Champion to go against Roman Reigns. That's what I got. That's what I believe the plan is. It probably will be some Judgment Day shenanigans, but is this gonna be the moment Finn turns complete babyface? I don't know. You know, we could be getting Finn versus Dom at WrestleMania. It could be for the Intercontinental Championship. I doubt it because Dom is going to defend that against Penta, and this will be like the 5th time. So I feel like Penta needs to win. So I don't expect Dom to carry their championship. Anyway, I got CM Punk. Next, let's get into the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch is taking on AJ Lee. Now, AJ Lee's second home is Chicago. Why would you have this match if AJ Lee is not gonna win? I got AJ Lee winning, you know, and it's probably just gonna lead to AJ Lee and Becky at WrestleMania, and that'll be where Becky get the title back. To me, it will benefit more to have Becky lose here and win on the bigger stage. AJ Lee already having a push, you know. She's already, you know, she got Becky Lynch's number. She has made her tap, I believe, twice. You know, WrestlePalooza in that mixed tag team match, you know, CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth and Becky. AJ Lee made Becky tap. The War Games, Survivor Series War Games, you know, AJ Lee made Becky tap again. So I think AJ Lee has Becky's number right now, and I believe that's going to work in her advantage. I believe she's going to win the Intercontinental Championship, and she's going to have a little short run. It's not going to last long because come WrestleMania, she's going to lose it. So I got AJ Lee defeating Becky Lynch. Is she going to make her tap again? Ain't no telling. Now, let's get into, first of all, before we get into these Elimination Chambers, I want to talk about what I believe in the box. So I keep hearing that, you know, Danhausen might be in the box. I hope not. I'm not a Danhausen fan at all. He's just one of them superstars that you cannot make me like. If it's him, okay, cool, whip-de-doo, but I don't want it to be him. I'm pretty sure it is gonna be a superstar in there because I believe the wording was very specific. It said deliver this to WWE. So apparently it's not coming from within WWE. It's coming from the outside into the company. And so I believe it's gonna be a superstar. At one time I thought they would just put Royce Keys in there and have him re-debut in there. But I'm like, you already had him debut, so they won't do that. Could be Chris Jericho, but apparently Chris Jericho is still on the AEW roster, so it might not be him. I don't know who else it could be, honestly. I mean, Baron Corbin, I don't know. Leon Slater, I don't know, so yeah. What do I believe is in the box? I don't want it to be Danhausen, but it probably will be. So I'm gonna go with Danhausen. Yeah, that's who I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Danhausen because I don't really have any other good choices, good picks. So yeah, now let's get into the women's chamber match. You got Tiffany Stratton, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez, and Kiana James. They all are taking on each other in the Women's Elimination Chamber to go on to WrestleMania to face Jade Cargill. Phew. Now Jade Cargill is a tough task. It takes a certain type of woman to step up to her and expect to win. So Tiffany has did it multiple times and has beat Jade, but she's also lost to Jade. Asuka has fought Jade, match wasn't so great. Raquel would be interesting, Kiana James would be interesting, because to me we haven't really seen those type of matches. Those matches between those two. But I have two choices, Alexa Bliss and Rhea Ripley. Now, Rhea Ripley and Jade would be a good match. I kind of want to see it. A fellow YouTuber put the idea in my head, and I didn't think of it. I just thought because Rhea had the tag team titles, she wasn't going to even sniff the main event picture. But if she win this chamber match, she can. And she can go against Jade, and it would be a money match. That's almost as big of a match as Jade versus Bianca or Jade versus Charlotte. So that is a money match. But I don't believe WWE is going down that path. They've been teasing Jade and Charlotte for a really, really long time. And Alexa Bliss happens to be the best friend, the tag team partner of Charlotte. So I believe Alexa Bliss will win the Elimination Chamber. And I feel like Jade is going to push that narrative of, I don't want to fight you, I'd rather fight your partner. Your partner better than you anyway, trying to cause a rift between the two women, and it's going to be, it's going to be tension between Charlotte and Alexa, because Jade is just going to overlook Alexa in favor of Charlotte. And this opens, different outcomes, different possibilities. Alexa could win and Charlotte turn on her. Alexa could win or not win and she could turn on Charlotte, So it's a lot of possibilities. I think they can go with, that. I don't want them to break up Charlotte Alexa. I actually like Charlotte and Alexa. If they was to break up any tag team, let's break up, Rhea and Io, get the titles off them, break them up. They already was mega stars as single superstars. So yeah, but I got Alexa Bliss winning the Women's Elimination Chamber. Now to the Men's Elimination Chamber. You have Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, Jey Uso, and LA Knight in the men's Elimination Chamber. Whoever wins will go on to WrestleMania and take on Drew McIntyre for the undisputed WWE Championship. Now, my first pick was Randy Orton because I believe, Cody, he's went against Drew too many times. We're tired of seeing that. Let's do something new with Cody. They could have had Cody go fight Gunther, telling Gunther, we losing too many legends. How about you fight me? And I think that would have been a cool little story. But Cody is, he is the face. And he has to be in a WrestleMania main event. That's what I believe. I just feel like Cody has to be somewhere near it. He could be special guest referee, but he has to be somewhere near the main event picture. So at first I had Randy winning, but I have Cody Rhodes in fact winning. And I was going to say that I would have Cody potentially win, and Jacob Fatu forces his way into the chamber and wins the chamber. But Jacob Fatu might get an opportunity at Drew McIntyre later on anyway, and that later on might be WrestleMania. They might do a situation where if Jacob can beat Cody, he gets added to the match. And if that happens, I really believe Jacob will beat Cody and be added to the match, making it a triple threat between Cody, Drew, and Jacob. So off of that, I have Cody winning the Elimination Chamber. But let me go through the other participants. Javon Evans, to me, is there. He's the young up-and-coming superstar. He's going to do the crazy flips, jumps, bumps that, the vets really can't take. And he has the athleticism and the flair to do all of that within, the cage, the Elimination Chamber. Trick, he's on the come up. Trick is on the cusp of being a mega star. Like, they strapped the rocket to him. He's so close, on the right trajectory. Trajectory. I don't know why I said trajectory. He's on the right trajectory of being a mega star in WWE. And him being in the Elimination Chamber is going to help add to that. Now, I don't believe they going to strap the rocket fully to him to take him to WrestleMania off of this. Because if he win, oh my God, it's almost like, when they was trying to push Roman Reigns and people was like, whoa, it's all happening too fast. If they do that for Trick, that's crazy. That's amazing to me. Jey Uso to me is here because I believe his spot was supposed to be Bronson Reed's, and Bronson Reed got hurt during the qualifier match, and I hope he get better. Shouts out to Bronson Reed. I really like him. I'm a fan, and I hate that he got hurt. So get well soon. But yeah, we got main event Jey Uso here. I don't believe they're gonna let Jey Uso win this because he is one half of the tag team champions on Raw, with his brother, and they need to defend those titles. They're supposed to be the rebirth of that Raw tag team division. So why would you have Jey do single superstar stuff? So I don't really believe Jey's gonna win. Like I said, I think he was just really a replacement for Bronson, a change on the fly. So yeah, and LA Knight would be an interesting pick. The fan in me would like to have LA Knight win. Don't believe it's gonna happen. They was talking about LA Knight might beef against Brock. Don't know why that would happen. But if they were to have LA Knight go on against Drew McIntyre, that would be cool, because they do kind of got a little beef dating back from the Royal Rumble and before that. So that would be cool, but I don't think they're gonna pull the trigger on LA Knight. One of these days they might, but I don't believe it's gonna be, this close to WrestleMania or at WrestleMania. So yeah, maybe in September or around that time when they have Money in the Bank, they might pull the trigger on LA Knight. But I don't think the Elimination Chamber is the place. So I got Cody Rhodes. If shenanigans happen, I believe it's gonna be because Jacob then broke his way in. Yeah. Plus, y'all, we gotta think about everything that's going on with the participants in this match. Randy look like he in a feud with Alistair at the moment. LA Knight, he's still beefing with the Vision. And Trick, it look like he's finna do a program with Sammy. So to me, that eliminates them from winning this match. So I mean that leaves you with Cody and Javon and Jay. But like I said, Jay tag team champion. Javon too young. They're not gonna let him main event of WrestleMania like that. And if they do, same thing I said for Trick Williams. They put the rocket on his back. That's crazy. We're gonna see what happens. But I got Cody Rhodes, y'all. Now, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You know, I'm trying to be more consistent, and I plan on being more consistent, y'all. So just stay with me for the journey. Can't wait to see Elimination Chamber. Can't wait for WrestleMania. We on the road. Let's get it. Let's go.